What's going on, ladies and gents? In this video today, I'm going to take you on a little different route. I'm going to show you a few photos of my transformation from when I was, I don't know, around 9 or 10 till like when I was 15, 16. So you guys have an idea of my height transformation. This video was suggested by Charmy, thank you very much. And it was a comment from my previous video. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to go and check it out. See, that goes to show you that I actually do read my comments. So please leave all of your video suggestions down in the comments. If I see a good one, I'll pick it out and I'll make a video around it and hopefully I can, help more people. Also, I've noticed a few comments saying that I'm actually not 6'2". Well, if you don't believe that, I don't really care, up to you. I just hope I can help the majority of you guys who, wants to grow taller and wants to be helped. With that being said, let's jump right into today's video where I'll show you my transformation from the age of like 10 to 15. Hope you enjoy. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty of it all when the sun comes shining through. Thought I would make it more interesting today. If you guys really enjoyed that vocal, please hit the subscribe button. Kicking things off with back when I was 10 years old. Back then, I still lived in China. I still haven't migrated to Australia yet. And in my Chinese classroom, I think I was one of the taller kids, but I wasn't the tallest one. But I was really fat, and everyone knew me because I was fat, which is kind of embarrassing, but yeah, I was fat. They were right. Pretty sure back then I was at about 4'10" or 4'11". Yes, I was 4'10" and 4'11" at the age of 10. That's a bit above average, but still not that tall. And here are a few photos. Oh man, I swear I wasn't ready for this. I was so fat. However, I must reiterate that although I was fat, I ate very nutritious food like meat and vegetables. But I definitely ate at a caloric surplus because, as you can see, my belly, pretty much tells the whole story. I was around 10 or 11-ish in those photos, according to my parents. Which, yeah, I reckon... yeah, about right. As you can see, I was, wasn't that tall. And this is a photo of me in a baking class back in my Chinese primary school. It was pretty nice. We got to eat the cake in the end, but you can see like I wasn't taller than other kids. I wasn't much taller than the other kids, and plus that was a girl. Like we were like the same height. Now, this is a photo of me and my family in 2013, which is the year that I migrated to Australia and the year that I was 11 years old. And as you can see, because my mum was bending down a bit while taking the photo, so I was like, maybe 3 or 4 inches shorter than my mum back then, so 5'1", 5 foot, around there. So, still not significantly taller than other kids, but definitely above average. This is a photo of me and my friend in 2013 as well, I believe, which is the year I migrated to Australia. But yeah, you can easily tell that I wasn't that much taller than him, but I was much bigger, like width-wise, than him. I was a big kid, man. Now, in summary, I don't recall any rapid growth before the age of 12. Like, I just grew very, very gradually before I was 12. That's pretty much it. Now moving on to the next age range, which is about 12 to 14-ish. This is my age of oblivion. I don't have much photos, these are all the good ones I can find. This was me and my mom before I went on a camp in Tasmania. So we're in Australia now. And as you can see, I'm now about an inch shorter than my dad. I grew a lot in this age range, but I stayed at this height for a while, which is like 5'6" around there. And mostly because I ate a lot and I hanged in the sun for most of my days. This goes to show you how important sunlight is when it comes to growth. Now, I wasn't lying when I said my grandparents are also really short. This is my grandpa and my grandma on my mother's side, and as you can see, I was like about my grandpa's height back then. Now, the guy standing in front of me, you can see right now. You might recognize him from another video. He was like really short back then, but now he's sprung up to like 6 foot or like around 5'11" there, at the age of like 15, 16. I'll leave his Instagram in the description box below, so you guys can, maybe DM him and ask him a few questions that you have for him. Yep, found it. So he was in one of my videos before, and if you skip back 10 seconds, you'll see him back then and him now. He's even taller now, he's like 5'11", 6 foot now. definitely a story deserving of its very own video. To sum it all up, in this age range, I'm now about 5'6", 5'7", around there, at the age of 13, 14-ish. Now, 14, 15, 16, these 3 years, I basically shot up to about 5'11" right before I turned 15, and I finished out my vertical growth throughout the next 2 years when I was 15 and 16, which is not that much left, about 2 or 3 inches. Once again, these are just my situations. It might not apply to you. You might finish off your growing at the age of like 20, 22, 23. I don't know, because I've seen so many cases like that. So don't worry if you're 16 and you're only like 5'8" and you still want to grow. Just keep trying, keep going. You might still grow another inch at the age of 20, who knows? Might grow to like 6'5" at the age of 20. You never know, so just keep trying. This is my class photo when I was in year 8. Because I don't want to get in any trouble, so I just blurred everything out. That's me on the top. I believe I was about 5'9" at the time. And on the bottom left corner, that's Professor Jax. He appeared in one of my videos before as well. You guys might remember him as a 5'11" dunker. He was about 5'4" when this picture was taken. And this is a photo of us now. I think we've made it, Professor Jax. Just a really crappy quality basketball picture. Still, around 5'9", 5'10"-ish. Year 9 athletics. Height around 5'9", 5'10"-ish. As you can see, me and these boys destroyed every other team in the final relay race by like 100 meters. Winning our first medal. Shout out to these boys for carrying me. I wasn't really that fast. I was like the slowest one out of us 4. Photo of me and my cousin back then. I was about 5'10"-ish and he was about 5'7", 5'8". But now he's like 6'3" without shoes. He's even taller than me. This is a family photo. As you can see, I was like the tallest one already. And I don't know, I think I'm still around 5'10", 5'11"-ish. And sitting in front of me are my grandparents on my dad's side. They are 5'6" each, I believe. They aren't that tall, trust me. Now, this is a summer holiday for year 9. And as you can see, probably can't tell, but I'm around 5'11". So I was 5'11" at the age of 15 to 16. I wish I could tell you guys more, but after the age of 15, my growth just became really, really gradual and slow, and eventually I topped up to 6'2". Here are a few photos. This is when I was around 16. This is my basketball team. I was about 6'1" back then, so still not at my maximum height. Now I'll include a few photos of me when I'm 18, which I still am now. So you have a reference to compare to. Now this is a photo of me and my family, just like half years ago. And as you can see, I am now much taller than my dad and a lot taller than my mom. Which compared to before, you can definitely see that I've grown a lot. This is a photo of me taken on the last day of year 12. Now quite a bit of growth has happened, as I'm about to show you. As you can see here, this is me, and that's my friend. And 3 years later, look, me and the same friend, there's definitely a much more significant height gap between me and him. Here you go, more pictures of me taken on the last day of year 12. This picture was taken with a group of quite tall people. This is why I don't really look 6'2" in this photo, but trust me, I'm 6'2". The other blokes are just quite tall. That's it. This is the end of my growing story. I'm now 6'2", and you know what? I don't really like my height. I wish I was a bit taller, like I don't know, maybe like 6'6" or something, because I really like basketball, and I always wanted to dunk. So yeah, I wish I was a bit taller. Looking over this video, I reckon I did a pretty good job at like covering my whole growing up story in terms of height, and I hope that you guys can have a better idea of how much I grew over the years, and or you can use myself as a reference for yourself, which I don't recommend, but if you want to do that, that's fine. Also, during the making process of this video, I realized that some of my friends actually have had quite significant growth spurts as well, and I'll leave their links in the description. If you guys have more questions for them, you can go ahead and ask them if you want. With that being said, that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you keep eating healthy, keep sleeping well, keep exercising. Also, if you enjoyed the video, It's not too much of an effort to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for me. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much once again.